Title: After the Divorce, a step-by-step mental health guide for middle-aged men. Audience: men aged 35 to 55, recently divorced or separated, feeling overwhelmed, lost, or numb, seeking clarity, strength, and a way forward. Chapter by chapter outline. Intro: You're not broken, you're rebuilding. Set the tone: empathy, strength, no fluff. Divorce is devastating, but also a reset. What this book won't be: legal advice, blame games. What this is: a clear roadmap to mental and emotional survival and growth. Step 1. Face the fallout. Own the pain before it owns you. Accepting it's real even if it wasn't your choice. Naming the emotions: anger, guilt, confusion, shame. Avoiding numbing: alcohol, overwork, rebound relationships. Step 2. Control the chaos. Create mental and physical stability. Set small, manageable routines: eat, sleep, move, journal. Limit chaos: control what you can: your home, space, time. Emotional first aid kit: breathing, solitude, mindfulness, exercise. Step 3. Grieve the story. Let go of what could have been. Letting go of the fantasy version of the relationship. Acknowledging the loss of identity, shared goals, family rhythm. Letters you'll never send, journaling exercise. Step 4. Protect the mind. Guard against the spiral. Recognize intrusive thoughts and downward spirals. Avoiding unhealthy comparisons, social media, other couples. Start saying no, protect your peace. Step 5. Build a safe circle. No one heals alone. Who to let in: 1 to 3 trusted people, not the whole world. How to ask for help without shame. Consider therapy or support groups with links/resources. Step 6. Reclaim yourself. You're still a man and you still matter. Rebuilding identity outside the marriage. Try new hobbies, revisit old passions. Self-talk reframe: I'm not starting from scratch, I'm starting from experience. Step 7. Set new ground rules. Boundaries, co-parenting, and future you. Navigating co-parenting with peace and structure. Healthy boundaries with your ex, in-laws, etc. Red flags versus green flags if dating again. Step 8. Rewrite the next chapter. The life you choose from here. Set 3 goals for the next 90 days. Rebuild purpose, career, body, mind, social life. Reinvention journal prompts. Bonus: divorce recovery toolkit. Daily habit tracker. Journaling prompts. Emergency grounding techniques. Books, podcasts, websites for men healing after divorce. Therapy and men's support group directories, local and online. Step 1. Face the fallout. Own the pain before it owns you. You've just been hit by an emotional bomb. Divorce is not just a breakup, it's a full-blown identity crisis, lifestyle reset, and emotional earthquake rolled into one. You might feel numb. Or angry. Or maybe both in the same hour. One moment you're telling yourself, I'm better off, the next you're crying behind the wheel or yelling at no one in particular. That's normal. That's fallout. But here's the truth: the only way out is through. You can't outrun pain. You can't fix it with distractions. You can't fake being fine. What you can do and must do is face it head-on, step by step, with honesty and grit. Why you must face it? Unprocessed pain becomes baggage. And that baggage? It shows up in your next relationship, your kids, your job, your health. Facing it now is not weakness, it's armor for the rest of your life. Recognize the signs of emotional fallout. You may be in deeper than you realize. Look out for short fuse or constant irritation. Feeling foggy, unfocused, spaced out. Emotional numbness, like you're watching your life instead of living it. Overdoing things: alcohol, gym, dating apps, gambling, to avoid being alone. Insomnia or oversleeping. Crushing guilt or shame. You're not broken. You're in shock. The first mental move: say it out loud. Write this down or say it in the mirror. This happened. I'm hurting. I will face it, not run from it. That one moment of honesty is the crack where healing begins. Your assignment today. 1. Journal prompt. What hurts the most right now, and what am I afraid to admit? Be brutally honest. No one else will read it. 2. Ground yourself. Try this when your mind spins out. Breathe in for 4 seconds. Hold for 4. Exhale for 6. Repeat for 3 minutes. Do this twice a day, every day this week. 3. Make a no BS contact list. Write down 2 to 3 people you trust. These are the guys or family you'll lean on, not to fix things, but to remind you you're not alone. Final thought. You don't have to solve the whole thing today. You just have to stop pretending it doesn't hurt. You're not weak for feeling this. You're strong because you showed up anyway. Step 2. Control the chaos. Create mental and physical stability. when everything feels out of control. After a divorce, everything you thought was solid, your home, your schedule, your finances, your identity, can feel like it's crumbling. That instability can turn your mind into a war zone. Small problems feel huge. You start forgetting things. Your patience is gone. You can't sleep. You're always on edge. That's not because you're weak. It's because your brain is trying to survive. Right now, you need structure. You don't need to rebuild your whole life in a week, you just need a solid floor under your feet. Why stability matters? Your nervous system is fried. You've been in survival mode. Structure gives your brain and body signals that say, I'm safe now. It calms your system so you can think clearly, make better choices, and start healing for real. Your stability checklists start here. 1. Sleep. Go to bed at the same time every night, even if you can't sleep. Just lie down. No phone. No TV. Let your mind rest. Aim for 7 hours. 2. Eat real food. You're not going to out-heal this pain on a diet of coffee and beer. 3 basic meals. Simple stuff: eggs, fruit, rice, chicken, veggies. Stay hydrated. 3. Move daily. You don't need to hit the gym like a beast. Just move. Walk. Stretch. Push-ups at home. 20 to 30 minutes a day to shake off the stress. 4. Clean one space. Pick one area: your bedroom, your car, your kitchen. Clean it up. A small win. A clear space helps create a clear mind. 5. Turn down the noise. Limit TV, news, social media. It's not helping. Instead, play calm music, read something uplifting, or sit in silence. Protect your mental space. Power routine, the 3x3 reset. Every day, do these 3 things in the morning, afternoon, and evening. Move your body. Eat something nourishing. Breathe for 3 minutes like in step 1. This will ground you faster than any pill, drink, or distraction. Assignment for this week. 1. Print or write your daily routine. Keep it simple. Example. Wake up at 7 a.m. Walk or stretch. Breakfast. Work/focus. Journal at night. Bed by 10 p.m. 2. Write this down and stick it somewhere. I may not control everything, but I control how I show up. 3. Mark your wins. Each night, write down one thing you did right today. Big or small. Final thought. Chaos doesn't end in one day, but order starts with one small decision. One habit. One routine. One space. One meal. One breath. And from that you rise. Step 3. Grieve the story. Let go of what could have been. The pain beneath the pain. What hurts the most after divorce often isn't just the breakup. It's the story you were living in your head, the life you thought you'd have. The birthdays with your kids under one roof. The growing old together. The retirement plans. The shared inside jokes. Even the fights that had become strangely familiar. Now it's all gone or changed. And that loss, the loss of the future, is grief. Why you must grieve? Grieving isn't weakness. It's not wallowing. It's not self-pity. Grieving is respecting what mattered. If you skip this step, you don't heal, you harden. And that pain just hides behind anger, sarcasm, or emotional numbness. You don't just grieve the person. You grieve the dreams, the routines, the shared language, the version of yourself who once believed. You have permission to feel it all. You need to feel it all. How to grieve without getting stuck. Grief isn't one long cry. It's not a checklist. It comes in waves. Here's how to move through it without being dragged under. 1. Name the losses. Write down what you miss, even the stuff you feel ashamed to miss. 2. Tell the truth. This hurts more than I thought. I thought we'd be different. I thought I was the exception. 3. Let yourself break safely. If you need to cry, cry. Scream into a pillow. Take a solo drive and curse the sky. Do it safely. Alone. In control. No phone. No texts. No one gets hurt. 4. Don't rush the bounce back. You don't have to prove how okay you are. You're allowed to sit with the loss without trying to fix it in 5 minutes. Assignment: the letter you'll never send. Write a letter to your ex or to the version of your life you lost. Be honest. Be raw. Say everything you couldn't say. No filters. No grammar checks. No holding back. Then burn it. Or tear it up. Or hide it in a drawer. But get it out of your head. This is how you grieve without staying stuck in the past. Journal prompt. What part of the relationship or the future do I still wish was real? What do I miss the most, even if I feel like I shouldn't? Final thought. You're not grieving because you're weak. You're grieving because it mattered. And when you face the grief head on, you don't just survive, you grow. This step isn't the end of your story. It's just the chapter where you finally close the old one. Step 4. Protect the mind. Guard against the spiral. Your mind can be your worst enemy or your greatest ally. After divorce, your mind doesn't just think, it loops. You replay arguments, imagine different outcomes, stalk their social media, wonder who they're with now, what they're saying about you, what you should have done. This spiral is mental poison. And if you don't defend your mind, it will wear you down emotionally, physically, spiritually. You're not crazy, you're injured. You're not overthinking. You're trauma thinking, replaying events as a way to make sense of pain. But here's the truth. The mind isn't trying to fix anything. It's just trying to not forget. But healing doesn't mean remembering better, it means letting go smarter. Common thought traps to watch out for. I failed. Divorce isn't always failure. Sometimes it's the consequence of two people who changed. They've moved on and I'm stuck. Healing has no finish line. You're not behind, you're just on a different path. I'll never love again. That's fear talking, not fact. I was never enough. Stop letting someone else's decision define your worth. Protecting your mental space. Limit the scroll. Block or mute your ex on socials, at least for now. Not out of bitterness, but protection. What they're doing now isn't your business. Focus inward. Create a no-think hour. Once a day, force a break. Go for a walk. Watch something funny. Lift weights. Cook something. Do anything but spiral. Name the loop out loud. Say it. I'm spiraling right now. That's okay. But I'm not staying here. Then redirect your energy, move, clean, breathe, pray, call someone, journal. Replace, don't just resist. Don't just fight bad thoughts, feed good ones. Read something that strengthens you. Listen to a podcast or playlist that lifts you. Write what you know is true, not just what you feel. Assignment, build a mental armor list. On a piece of paper or phone note, create a list of quotes that ground you. Truths you believe about yourself. Actions you can take when the spiral starts. Names of people you can call who won't feed the drama. Put it somewhere you'll see it daily. Journal prompt. What thoughts keep looping in my head and what would I tell a friend if they were thinking the same thing? Final thought. Your mind is your battlefield now. And every time you stop the spiral even once, you win a fight most people never talk about. This isn't about pretending everything's fine, it's about taking ownership of what goes on between your ears. You're the gatekeeper now. Guard it like your life depends on it. Because in many ways, it does. Step 5. Build a safe circle. You weren't built to do this alone. Why isolation is the silent killer. Most men go silent after a divorce. You shut down, disappear, say I'm fine, when you're not. You keep everything in. But here's the truth. Isolation doesn't make you stronger, it just hides the damage. Wolves get picked off when they're alone. Men are no different. The longer you try to do this solo, the easier it is for depression, addiction, and hopelessness to sink their claws in. You don't need a crowd. You just need a circle. What a safe circle actually means. It's not about having tons of friends. It's about having 2 to 3 people you can be real with. People who don't need you to perform. People who won't fix you. Just listen without judgment. Your safe circle should be non-toxic, no ex-bashing, drama, or pressure. Loyal. They have your back even when you're not around. Emotionally safe. You don't have to pretend around them. Honest, they'll call you out with love. Types of people to include. The listener, the one who'll let you vent, cry, or talk about nothing. The builder, the one who motivates you to grow and keep going. The challenger, the one who'll say, bro, that's not the move. When you're slipping. If you're lucky, one person fits all 3. If not, build your circle carefully. Where to find or reconnect with your circle. An old friend you trust but lost touch with. A men's group, in person or online. They're out there. A coach, mentor, therapist, or faith leader. A solid coworker who's walked through similar stuff. A brother, cousin, or even your own teenage son. Sometimes they're more ready than you think. Start simple. Hey man, I'm going through it. I could use someone real to talk to. No pressure, just letting you know. Protect yourself from the wrong circle. Avoid people who feed your victim mindset. Anyone who constantly talks about your ex. Guys who only want to numb pain, drinking, hookups, drama. Anyone who mocks vulnerability or calls healing soft. You're not being antisocial, you're protecting your peace. Assignment, build the circle. 1. Make the list. Write down 3 names. People who make you feel safe, grounded, and seen. 2. Reach out to 1. Send a message. Call. Meet for coffee. Say less but say something real. 3. Create a weekly check-in. Whether it's 10 minutes on WhatsApp or a Saturday walk, stay connected. Make it a habit. Journal prompt. Who are the people I feel safest with? And what stops me from reaching out? Final thought. You don't have to bleed in front of everyone. But you do need a few people who see the scars and stay anyway. You don't need 100 followers. You need one brother who'll answer at 2 a.m. You were never meant to carry this weight alone. Step 6. Rebuild your identity. Who the hell am I now? When your title disappears. You were a husband. Maybe a stepdad. Maybe the provider, the rock, the fixer. Then the divorce hit and suddenly that title's gone. The routines, the role, the meaning stripped away. Now you're sitting with a question most men avoid. If I'm not who I was, who am I now? This is the part where most men either shut down or step up. This is not a breakdown, it's a rebuild. The world may treat divorce like a failure, but it's actually a reset. You get to choose which parts of you to keep and which ones to leave behind. You're not starting from scratch. You're starting from experience. Signs you've lost yourself and it's time to rebuild. You feel empty when you're alone. You're always busy, but nothing feels fulfilling. You can't answer, "What do I want?" without thinking of your ex. You catch yourself becoming someone you don't even recognize. If that's you, good. That means you're aware. And awareness is the beginning of power. How to rebuild your identity one brick at a time. Start with this question. What did I love before I forgot who I was? Hobbies, music, sports, friendships, travel, faith, creativity, anything you gave up or outgrew in the old version of you. Create new routines that are yours, not ones built around someone else's schedule. Wake up time, morning ritual, gym, reading, meditation, meals. Start crafting a life that's yours alone. Write a new definition of man. Not the version that hides pain or ties worth to income. Write your version. One sentence. Example. A man owns his story, leads himself with honesty, and protects his peace. Take one bold step weekly. Try something uncomfortable: therapy, boxing, salsa, volunteering, cold showers, learning a skill, joining a men's group. Reinvention lives outside your comfort zone. Assignment. Your new me blueprint. Create 3 lists. What I'm leaving behind. E.g., guilt, over-apologizing, people-pleasing, avoiding conflict. What I'm keeping. E.g., loyalty, work ethic, love for my kids, humor, resilience. What I'm building. E.g., calm, confidence, spiritual life, physical health, purpose. Look at it daily. Let it guide your actions. Journal prompt. If I could show up in the world as any version of me, no limits, no fear, what would that man look like, sound like, live like? Final thought. Your identity doesn't come from your ex, your job, or what people think. It comes from the values you choose, the habits you build, and the man you decide to become every single day. You're not rebuilding the old you. You're building the real you, maybe for the first time. Step 7. Connect with your kids, or let go if you can't. You don't have to be perfect, just present. Divorce doesn't end fatherhood. Just because the marriage is over doesn't mean the mission is. You're still dad. Even if you only see them on weekends, holidays, or blurry video calls. Even if they're distant. Even if they're angry. Even if you're hurting, broke, tired, and unsure of your next move. The connection doesn't have to be perfect. But it has to be real. What kids really need after divorce. They don't need you to buy their love. They don't need fancy trips or forced smiles. They need consistency. I'll be there means you're there. Presence, even short time, if it's real time, matters. Honesty, without dragging the other parent. Security, you're still their safe place. Forget the pressure to be super dad. Just be available dad. Be calm dad. Be trying dad. That's who they'll remember. If you're cut off or pushed away, this is real. It happens. Sometimes co-parenting becomes war. Sometimes you get alienated. Sometimes the system fails you. That pain, that helplessness, that rage is valid, but you cannot let it turn into bitterness. Because bitterness builds walls, and you need bridges. Even if they take years. What you can do, even if you're shut out, keep a journal for your kids. Write letters you may give them one day. Let them see your heart when they're ready. Send messages even if they go unread. I'm thinking of you. I'm proud of you. I'm always here. One sentence. Once a week. Stay present in the background. Build a life they can be proud to rejoin. One day they may come looking. What kind of man will they find? If you have contact, make it count. Drop the guilt, you're not here to overcompensate. Don't trash the other parent, even if they do. Kids will remember who stayed kind. Start rituals, pancake Saturdays, night walks, shared playlists, simple, sacred things that only you do together. Let them talk or not talk. You don't have to fix their feelings. Just hold space for them. Assignment. Build your dad blueprint. Write this down. One thing I want them to feel when they're with me. One thing I will never do as a father. One thing I will always do, no matter what. Now live it. Journal prompt. What kind of father do I want to be? Even in pain, even with distance, even without control. Final thought. You don't need to be the perfect dad. You need to be the real one. The one who keeps showing up in love, not ego. Even if they can't see it now, one day they will. And when that door opens, make sure the man on the other side is someone worth meeting. Step 8. Master the alone time. Loneliness isn't the enemy, avoiding it is. The silence hits hard. After the divorce, the quiet creeps in. No kids. No partner. No noise. Just you. The couch feels bigger. Nights feel longer. Weekends hit different. This is the part where many men crash or escape. Porn. Booze. Dating apps. Workaholism. Anything but sitting in the silence. But here's the truth. Alone time doesn't break you. It builds you if you face it head on. The difference between being alone and being lonely. Alone is a state. Lonely is a story. You can be alone and feel peaceful. You can be surrounded by people and feel completely invisible. Your job now? Turn alone time into growth time, not pain time. Why this step is non-negotiable? Because if you don't master alone time, you'll jump into the wrong relationship just to fill a void. You'll lose yourself trying to stay busy. You'll avoid your own healing. But when you master it, you become whole without needing someone else to complete you. You learn what peace actually feels like. You stop begging the world to distract you from your own reflection. How to master alone time even if you hate it. Build a solo ritual. A walk. A journal. A playlist. Morning coffee in silence. A Sunday hike. Something that belongs to you alone. Protect it. Design your environment. Clean your space. Light a candle. Organize your kitchen. Put up things that reflect who you are becoming, not who left. Create purpose in the downtime. Learn a skill. Start a book. Lift weights. Build something with your hands. Do something where progress is visible, it builds momentum. Check in with yourself daily. Ask, what do I feel right now? What do I need today? What am I proud of this week? Get honest. You're all you've got in this moment, and that's enough. Assignment, craft a weekly me plan. Choose 3 activities you'll do by yourself this week. Then choose one solo spot that becomes your peace zone. No phone, no noise, no distractions. Just presence. Journal prompt. What scares me most about being alone, and what's one way I can face that fear this week? Final thought. Being alone doesn't mean you're broken. It means you've got space to rebuild. So don't rush to fill the silence. Learn to hear yourself in it. Because the man who learns to love his own company is the one who never has to chase someone else just to feel whole. Step 9. Rewrite the love story with yourself first. You are the one you've been waiting for. You were taught to chase. Most men are raised to measure worth by what they give to others. Love hard. Provide. Protect. Fix. Then one day she's gone and you're left wondering. What now? Who do I love if I'm not allowed to love her? This is where the shift happens. You stop chasing love out there and start building it in here. What loving yourself really means, no crystals or cliches. This isn't about bubble baths or affirmations in the mirror. It's about respect. It's about integrity. It's about showing up for yourself like you would for someone you love. Self-love looks like saying no when your peace is on the line, holding boundaries with others and yourself, stopping negative self-talk dead in its tracks, celebrating your growth, not just your grind, feeding your body, not punishing it, allowing rest without guilt, being patient with your healing. Why this step is so damn important? Because if you skip this part, you'll attract another relationship out of neediness, not wholeness. You'll think you're healed, but really you're just distracted. You'll give your worth to whoever pays you attention instead of knowing it never left you in the first place. 3 simple ways to rewrite the story. Reclaim your inner voice. Pay attention to how you talk to yourself. If it sounds like a bully, rewrite it. Start with this line. I am learning to treat myself like someone worth protecting. Invest in your own joy. Not productivity. Not someone else's approval. Just joy. Music. Nature. Laughing. Creating. Living. Do things for the damn joy of it, no reason needed. Visualize the man who loves himself. What does he do daily? How does he walk into a room? What does he tolerate? What does he let go of? Now become him. Assignment. Write yourself a love note. Yeah, this one's weird. But do it anyway. No one else will read it. Start with, hey man, I know I haven't always treated you right. But from today, that changes. Here's what I love about you. Write it like you'd write to a best friend who's finally come home after surviving hell. Because that's exactly what you are. Journal prompt. What would change if I started treating myself like someone I actually cared about? Final thought. You don't need someone else to complete you. You were never half. You were just hidden under pain, pressure, and performance. This step isn't about being selfish. It's about being solid so the next time love shows up, you don't lose yourself trying to keep it. Because the most powerful love story you'll ever live is the one where you finally come home to yourself. Step 10. Forgive without getting an apology. Forgiveness is for you, not for them. The apology might never come. Maybe she lied. Maybe she cheated. Maybe she left you blindsided, bruised, and alone. You want closure. You want the truth. You want a moment where she finally says, I was wrong. You didn't deserve that. But here's the brutal truth. You may never get it. And waiting for it is costing you everything. What forgiveness isn't. Let's get this clear. Forgiveness is not approval. Forgiveness is not forgetting. Forgiveness is not letting them back in. Forgiveness means, I refuse to let this pain control who I become. It's not about making peace with them. It's about making peace with yourself. Why you have to do this, even if you don't want to? Because your anger is valid, but it's heavy. Because revenge and resentment rot you, not them. Because you deserve a future that isn't stuck in a past you can't change. How to forgive without an apology. Name the pain. Write down what hurt. Get specific. No filters. Be honest with yourself. Say what you needed. What did you wish they had said or done? Write that too. You don't need them to say it out loud for you to heal it. Shift the focus back to you. Ask, what lesson did I learn? What standard will I raise? What version of me is no longer welcome in my future? Create a closure ritual. Burn a letter. Say it out loud. Write it in your journal. Stand in the mirror and say, I release you. I forgive you. Not because you earned it, but because I'm done carrying this weight. Assignment. Write the letter you'll never send. Start with, this is what you did and this is how it affected me. But this is what I'm choosing now. Say everything. Let it bleed onto the page. Then destroy it. Or keep it. Your call. The point is, you said it. You owned it. You let it go. Journal prompt. What would forgiveness free me from emotionally, mentally, spiritually? Final thought. You're not soft for forgiving. You're strong enough to not need payback. Let them live with their choices. You live free. Not bitter. Not broken. Just done. Because the goal isn't to get even. It's to get peace. Step 11. Reclaim control over your life. No one's coming to save you, but that's good news. Divorce can leave you powerless. One day, everything's familiar. The next, it's paperwork, court dates, split holidays, an empty bed, and a deep, hollow sense of what now? You start reacting to life instead of leading it. But here's the wake-up call. You may have lost a relationship, but you haven't lost your right to run your own life. You are still the leader of your life. That title didn't get taken in the divorce. You just forgot you had it. No judge, no ex, no heartbreak, no depression, no chaos gets to write your next chapter. That pen is still in your hand. You just have to remember how to use it. Where do you start? Audit what you're still blaming others for. Write this sentence and finish it honestly. I'd be further ahead if underscore 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 didn't happen. Now cross it out. And write. That happened. I'm moving forward anyway. Redefine what success looks like now. Old goals might not fit the new you. Let them go. Ask, what do I want now? What matters to me? What kind of life do I want to build on the other side of this? Take back the micro choices. Control isn't always big and flashy. It's found in what you eat, when you wake up, who you text back, what you tolerate, How you speak to yourself. Every small choice is a vote for who you're becoming. Pick one power habit and lock it in. Just one. Something simple but undeniable. 10 push-ups a day. A 5-minute morning journal. A no-phone walk after dinner. Reading 10 pages a night. Win that habit. Then stack the next one. Power builds from the ground up. Assignment, your control list. Draw 2 columns. What I can't control. What I can control. Get real. Dump the anger into the left column. Dump your energy into the right one. Then commit. From today forward, I only give energy to what I can move. Journal prompt. If I were truly in control of my life again, what would I start doing differently this week? Final thought. Reclaiming your life doesn't mean pretending you're fine. It means choosing to show up even when you're not. This chapter isn't about pretending to be a superhero. It's about becoming a man who's done waiting for someone else to fix it. You are not broken. You are rebuilding. And this time it's on your terms. Step 12. Rebuild your circle. Find or upgrade your tribe. The right people don't fix you. They remind you who you are. After divorce, you might realize this. Some of the people around you were there for the marriage version of you, not the man you are now. And some people disappear. Others get awkward. And a few stick around but only want the old you, the one who hid his pain and played nice. This step is about this truth. You can't rebuild your life around broken relationships. You need a new tribe or a serious upgrade. The lone wolf trap. Yeah, being alone can feel easier. No judgment. No explaining. No drama. But here's the problem with isolation. You start believing your worst thoughts. You stop hearing truth from outside your own head. You think struggling alone is strength, but it's not. Even warriors need a unit. 3 types of people you need now. The mirror. Someone who tells you the truth. Not what you want to hear, what you need to hear. Brutal but loving. The light. Someone who uplifts you. Believes in the healed version of you. Reminds you of your value when you forget it yourself. The builder. Someone who's also on a mission. They don't just talk healing, they live it. They challenge you to grow with their actions, not just their words. How to rebuild or upgrade your circle. Audit your current circle. Ask, who drains me? Who feeds my growth? Who only shows up when I'm useful? Be ruthless. Healing doesn't have room for emotional dead weight. Start small and real. You don't need 10 new friends. You need one real one. Join a men's group. Hit the gym and say what's up. Message someone who seems solid. You're not looking for perfect. You're looking for present. Show up with what you want to attract. Want honesty? Be honest. Want strength? Show vulnerability. Want support? Give it first. Let go of old you relationships if needed. If they only knew you as the married guy, the silent sufferer, or the provider, and can't see the man you're becoming, let them go. Assignment, your people map. Draw 3 columns. Who I need distance from. Who I need to reconnect with. Who I need to find or meet. Then choose one action for each column this week. Cut 1. Call 1. Discover 1. Journal prompt. Who makes me feel most seen and most like myself? And how can I bring more of them into my life? Final thought. You don't need a crowd. You need connection. Rebuilding your circle is about surrounding yourself with people who don't just want to hear your story. They want to walk with you through the rest of it. This step isn't soft. It's strategic. Because strong men don't heal alone. They heal with people who call them higher. Step 13. Redefine masculinity on your own terms. You don't have to be the man they expected. Be the man you respect. You were probably told this. Man up. Don't cry. Fix it. Provide. Protect. Perform. Don't show weakness. You probably did all that. And still, the marriage ended. The silence stayed. The burnout came. So now what? Now you unlearn what broke you. And you rebuild masculinity from truth, not tradition. The lie, masculinity equals strength without emotion. The truth? Real masculinity is strength with self-awareness. It's emotional depth with direction. It's fire and stillness, force and freedom. Being a man doesn't mean carrying pain in silence, avoiding vulnerability, needing to control everything, measuring your worth by money, sex, or status. It means knowing who you are and standing solid in it no matter who walks away. 5 questions to redefine masculinity for yourself. What kind of man do I no longer want to be? The one who hides, reacts, pleases, explodes. Who do I respect, and why? List men you admire. Is it their confidence, kindness, focus? What does strength mean to me now? Is it resilience, softness, boundaries? What emotions do I suppress and why? Sadness, fear, guilt? Trace where you learned that. What kind of legacy do I want to leave? Not just in words, but in how I live. Build your own masculine code. This is your law, your new standard. Write it like a warrior writes his creed. Start with, as a man, I now choose to live by. Finish the sentence with 3 to 5 personal truths. Here's an example. As a man, I now choose to live by honesty, emotional bravery, grounded discipline, and a refusal to abandon myself. Keep it real. Make it yours. Assignment. Write and recite your masculine code. Write your new masculine code on paper or your phone. Read it out loud to yourself in the mirror or to someone you trust. This isn't performance. It's declaration. Journal prompt. What kind of man am I becoming? And what parts of me need to die for him to live? Final thought. You don't have to be the man your father was. You don't have to be the man your ex expected. You don't have to be the man your pain tried to make you. You just have to be real, grounded, and yours. Redefine masculinity. Not to prove something, but to feel something. Peace, pride, purpose. From here on out, on your terms only. Step 14. Reignite your passion and purpose. You didn't just survive that for nothing. Post-divorce feels like, now what? You're past the heartbreak. You've processed the anger. You've cut ties, cleaned house, and maybe even smiled again. But now, there's this weird space. You're not drowning anymore, but you're not living either. You're breathing, not burning. This step is where the fire comes back. The purpose. The why. You didn't make it through all that pain just to stay neutral. You made it through to ignite. Here's what nobody told you. Passion isn't a lightning bolt. It's a spark you protect, feed, and fight for. Purpose isn't found. It's built. Out of pain, joy, curiosity, and choice. How to reignite your passion and purpose. Revisit what lit you up before life got heavy. Ask, what hobbies, dreams, or ideas used to energize me? What did I stop doing just to be responsible or to make someone else comfortable? Explore new interests without needing a result. Try things just because. Join a class. Start writing, building, lifting, hiking. Volunteer for a cause that stirs your soul. Don't ask, what will this lead to? Ask, how does this make me feel right now? Turn pain into a platform. You've been through hell, but you came back with lessons. Can you teach, lead, mentor, create from it? That pain isn't wasted if it helps someone else climb out of theirs. Write a why I'm still here statement. Something simple but real. I'm still here to Examples. Be a better father. Build something that outlives me. Finally become the man I was meant to be. Assignment. Build your fire list. Make a 3-part list. Things that drain me, cut or reduce. Things that ground me, do more of. Things that ignite me, pursue with purpose. Start designing your life around that last list. That's where your fire lives. Journal prompt. What would I be doing every day if I wasn't afraid to fail? Final thought. Purpose doesn't shout. It whispers. You don't have to get it perfect. Just get moving. You survived the storm. Now build something with the sunshine. The world doesn't need a version of you who's just getting by. It needs the man who came back to life and decided to light others up too. Step 15. Heal the father wound if it's there. You can be the man you needed even if you never had him. Let's talk about the unspoken. Some wounds don't bleed. They echo. The dad who wasn't there. The dad who was there but emotionally cold. The dad who criticized more than he encouraged. The dad who left you to figure out manhood on your own. It leaves a scar. Quiet but sharp. Especially after divorce when you're left asking. Was I ever enough? Am I failing like he did? Who am I without someone to model it after? What is the father wound? It's not just missing a dad. It's the lasting impact of feeling unseen or unloved by him. Never being told, I'm proud of you. Being taught that emotions equals weakness. Having no model for healthy masculinity. And here's the truth. You're not broken because of it, but you may be behaving from it. Signs you might be carrying it. You struggle with self-worth. You chase validation through success or partners. You fear failure deeply. You don't trust men easily or yourself. You secretly wonder if you're repeating his mistakes. Healing the father wound. Acknowledge the reality. Don't sugarcoat it. Don't protect his legacy. Speak the truth. I needed _______ from my father. I never got it. Grieve the loss even if he's still alive. You're grieving the father figure you never had. Let yourself feel the sadness, the anger, the longing. Grief is not weakness. It's processing. Release the fantasy. He may never apologize. He may never change. That's not your way to carry anymore. You can forgive without excusing. You can release without reconnecting. Repair it yourself, give what wasn't given. Speak affirmations to your younger self. Set boundaries he never taught you. Choose discipline with love, not shame. Show up for you the way he didn't. Break the cycle. Be the father you needed to your children, your friends, your younger self, your tribe. The wound can stop with you. Assignment. Write the letter you never sent. Write to him. Dead or alive. You don't have to send it. Include what hurt, what you needed, what you've become despite it, what you're choosing to do now for you. Read it out loud. Then burn it, save it, or rip it up. Your call. Journal prompt. What did I crave most from my father, and how can I give that to myself now? Final thought. You may not have had the father you needed, but you can become the man he never was. And that's how you turn a wound into wisdom. You're not just healing for you. You're healing for every man who thought silence was strength and pain was weakness. It ends here. With you. Step 16. Strengthen your mindset and inner dialogue. You become the man you talk yourself into being. Let's keep it real. After a divorce, heartbreak, failure, your mind becomes the battleground. And the enemy is not always the ex, or life, or the bills. It's the voice that says, you're not good enough. You always mess things up. This is just who you are. That voice is not truth. It's a pattern. One you can break. Mindset. Your internal operating system. Think of your mind like software. Negative self-talk is malware. Self-awareness is the antivirus. New thoughts are updates. You don't just fix it once, you maintain it daily. 5 ways to strengthen your inner dialogue. Catch the critic, name the narrative. When you hear yourself say, I'm useless, pause and ask, where did I learn that voice? Would I talk to my child or friend like this? What's actually true? Speak in I am becoming language. Instead of I'm broken, say I am becoming more whole each day. Instead of I failed, say I'm learning what doesn't work so I can grow stronger. You are not stuck. You are in process. Control the input, guard the gates. What are you feeding your mind daily? Trash social media? Negative people? Drama headlines? Clean it up. Feed your mindset like you would your body. Consciously. Use the 3-to-1 rule. For every negative thought, respond with 3 empowering ones. Example, I'm behind in life. Reframe, I'm still in the game. / I've survived a lot. / my story isn't done. Make affirmations a discipline, not a vibe. Write 3 statements you want to believe and say them every damn day. Even if they feel awkward at first. Speak them until your brain believes them. Assignment. Record your voice as your coach. Using your phone, record a 1-minute message to yourself as if you were coaching you through a tough day. Say things like, you're doing better than you think. You've already survived worse. You have purpose, grit, and the ability to turn this around. Play it back anytime the negative loop starts. Journal prompt. What is one belief about myself I want to rewrite, and what new truth replaces it? Final thought. The world may doubt you. Others may leave you. But if you abandon your own mind, you've already lost. Your inner voice should be your anchor, not your attacker. Make it kind. Make it clear. Make it strong. That's how men rebuild, from the inside out. Step 17. Rebuild trust in yourself and others. Trust is earned especially after you've been burned. The betrayal you didn't see coming. Divorce or loss leaves a hole in your trust, in your ex, in others, and even in your own decisions. You start to wonder, did I trust too easily? Did I see the red flags and ignore them? How do I trust again without getting burned? Trust isn't just about believing in others. It's about believing in you, your ability to discern, to act, and to choose wisely. And that's a process. It's earned. It's rebuilt. Why trust is so fragile after heartbreak. When you've been betrayed or abandoned, trusting others feels like vulnerability. You might feel exposed, fearful of getting hurt again, paralyzed in decision-making. But here's the catch. You can't heal without trust in yourself, in others, and in the process. 5 ways to rebuild trust in yourself and others. Start with self-trust. Trust yourself again. Every decision, even small ones, is an opportunity to rebuild. Can you trust yourself to show up for your health? Can you trust yourself to keep your promises, even the ones to yourself? Start small. Every step counts. Acknowledge your past decisions, no more shame. Some decisions weren't perfect. Some were mistakes. But they were yours. They were lessons, not failures. Let go of the guilt and judgment. Accept, you did the best you could with what you knew at the time. Set boundaries. Trust is built on respect. The foundation of any relationship, including the one with yourself, is boundaries. What are your emotional, mental, and physical limits? What behavior are you no longer tolerating from others? Establish and enforce those boundaries consistently. Trust isn't given, it's earned and protected. Trust the process even when you don't see the end. Healing is nonlinear. Don't expect a straight path. There will be setbacks, but you can trust that the work you're putting in now is building something stronger. Give yourself permission to trust again slowly. Rebuilding trust doesn't mean rushing into new relationships, whether romantic or friendships. Take small steps, a conversation, a handshake, a promise kept. Trust yourself to handle the outcomes, whatever they may be. Assignment: create a trust rebuilding plan. List 3 things you can do this week to rebuild trust in yourself. 1 small promise you'll keep. Others: a relationship where trust was damaged and how you'll approach it moving forward. The process: 1 action you'll take to embrace the healing journey even when it's hard. Journal prompt: what is 1 thing I can do today that will prove to myself I can trust again? Final thought: rebuilding trust doesn't mean you'll never be hurt again. It means you're learning how to navigate it. You're learning to trust yourself to handle life's messiness. And in time, others will prove their trustworthiness, not through promises, but through consistent actions. Step 18. Find financial freedom and take control of your money. Financial stress is temporary. Freedom is forever. The money maze you're stuck in. Divorce and life changes can shake your financial foundation. Suddenly, the bills are higher. The future feels uncertain. The weight of alimony, child support, and maybe even debt can feel crushing. But here's the thing. Financial setbacks are temporary. Financial freedom is a skill, and anyone can learn it. This step isn't about making $1 million. It's about regaining control over your money so it doesn't control you. Why financial health is so important after divorce. Money problems are one of the leading causes of stress, especially after a major life shift. But once you take control, you start to feel the relief. No more living paycheck to paycheck. No more anxiety about what's coming next. Financial freedom is about reclaiming your choices. It's about not having your money dictate your emotional well-being. 5 ways to rebuild your financial life after divorce. Create a financial snapshot. Know where you stand. Start with clarity. List all your assets. Cash, property, investments. List all liabilities, debts, loans, mortgages. Know what you're working with. When you understand your financial landscape, you can start making informed decisions. Set new financial goals. Start small. Break it down. Short-term goals: pay off a credit card, save for a trip. Mid-term goals: buy a new car, rebuild savings. Long-term goals: retirement, debt-free living. Each goal is a stepping stone toward freedom. Build a budget that actually works. A budget is just a plan. It's not about depriving yourself. It's about controlling where your money goes. Track your income and expenses. Identify areas you can cut back: subscriptions, dining out, etc. Find areas to reinvest in your future: savings, investments, personal development. Start an emergency fund. Protect your peace of mind. Aim for at least 3 to 6 months worth of living expenses. This isn't just about money. It's about peace. Having that cushion can make you feel more in control of your life and less anxious about financial setbacks. Educate yourself about financial management. Knowledge is power. Take a course on personal finance. Read books or blogs on investing, budgeting, and wealth building. Talk to a financial advisor or planner if needed. You don't need to be an expert, but understanding the basics will give you the confidence to make better decisions. Assignment: create a personal finance action plan. Write down your financial goals for the next 30, 90, and 365 days. Then, break each down into actionable steps. 30 days. What can you do to start getting your financial house in order? E.g., review your spending, cut unnecessary expenses. 90 days. What are your bigger milestones? E.g., build an emergency fund, start investing. 365 days. What is your vision for financial freedom 1 year from now? E.g., be debt-free, significant savings. Journal prompt: what's the biggest financial fear I have? And what's the first step I can take to overcome it? Final thought: financial freedom is not about how much you make. It's about how much you control. You're not bound by past choices or mistakes. You have the power to rebuild, grow, and create a future where money supports your freedom, not your stress. Step 19. Find emotional balance and master your mindset. You don't have to be perfect. You just have to be real. The roller coaster you've been on. Divorce or any major life event doesn't just mess with your routine. It messes with your emotions. 1 minute you're angry. The next you're sad, then hopeful, then exhausted. Your emotions are wild, unpredictable, and sometimes overwhelming. It can feel like a roller coaster you didn't sign up for. But here's the thing. You don't have to control your emotions. You have to understand them and choose how you react to them. Why emotional balance is crucial after divorce. After a major breakup, your emotional landscape is shaken. You can't ignore how you feel, but you also don't want to be ruled by those feelings. Here's why emotional balance is essential. Clarity. When you're emotionally balanced, you can make better decisions. Resilience. You can face setbacks without falling apart. Peace of mind. You don't feel like you're constantly at war with yourself. 5 ways to master your emotions and reclaim your balance. Acknowledge your feelings without judgment. It's okay to feel anger, sadness, fear, or confusion. Emotions are messengers, not enemies. The key is not to suppress or ignore them, but to understand why you're feeling them. Ask yourself, what is this emotion telling me? What do I need right now? Create emotional boundaries, don't absorb everything. If you're always reacting to others' emotions, whether it's an ex, family, or friends, you lose your center. Practice mindfulness and meditation. Mindfulness is about becoming aware of the present moment without judgment. Spend 5 to 10 minutes a day focusing on your breath. Use a grounding technique, e.g., noticing what you can see, hear, and feel around you. Mindfulness helps you create space between feeling and reacting. Shift from victim to creator. Your emotions are valid, but don't let them define you. Instead of thinking, I've lost everything, or this isn't fair, try, I'm in control of my next step. This situation can be a new beginning, not just an end. Change your perspective and watch how your emotional state shifts. Build emotional resilience. Life will continue to throw challenges at you, but resilience is about how you bounce back. Build resilience by celebrating small wins, no matter how insignificant they seem. Practice gratitude even in tough times. Reach out for support from loved ones when needed. Resilience isn't about being tough, it's about being able to rise after you've fallen. Assignment: emotional check-in. Take a moment to check in with yourself. What emotion is most present right now? What is it trying to tell you? What action can you take right now to honor that emotion without letting it control you? Journal prompt: what's one emotion I've been avoiding, and how can I lean into it instead of running from it? Final thought: your emotions are a part of you, but they don't have to define you. When you choose to master your mindset, you're no longer a passenger in your own life, you're the driver. You don't need to fix yourself. You need to understand yourself, accept yourself, and take control of your responses. True emotional balance comes from honoring the full range of your feelings and choosing to move forward regardless of what's happening inside. Step 20. Redefine your purpose and live with intention. Life doesn't just happen, you create it. The blank slate. After a divorce, life can feel like a blank slate, but not always in a positive sense. The future seems unclear, and the sense of loss might overshadow the opportunity for a new beginning. But here's the truth. You now have the chance to define your purpose on your own terms, unburdened by someone else's expectations. It's time to ask, what do I want? What really matters to me? What kind of legacy do I want to leave? Why purpose is the key to moving forward. Without a sense of purpose, life can feel like you're just going through the motions one day after the next. A sense of purpose gives you direction. It's easier to make decisions when you know your why. Motivation. Purpose pushes you to keep going even when it's tough. Fulfillment. You feel more connected to your life when you're living intentionally. 5 ways to redefine your purpose and live with intention. Reflect on your core values. What truly matters to you beyond external expectations? Is it family? Creativity? Freedom? Adventure? Identify your top 3 to 5 values and start living them daily. When your actions align with your values, you feel more at peace and in control. Reconnect with your passions and interests. After a major life shift, your hobbies and passions might feel irrelevant. But getting back to what excites you is key to redefining your purpose. What brings you joy? What did you love doing before life got busy or complicated? Reignite those passions and make them a part of your new routine. Set intentional goals aligned with your new purpose. It's easy to get lost in the grind, but goal setting helps you live intentionally. What would you like to accomplish over the next year? How can you break the goal down into smaller, actionable steps? Align your goals with your values and passions and you'll feel a deeper sense of fulfillment. Let go of what no longer serves you. Now is the time to release things that are holding you back. Old habits, negative relationships, limiting beliefs. Ask yourself, what do I need to let? Step 21. Create new relationships and social circles. The right people will lift you higher. Small blue diamond. The loneliness that can follow. After a divorce, isolation often creeps in. Maybe you've lost touch with some of your old social circles, or maybe you simply feel disconnected. The people you were once closest to may no longer be a part of your life, and it's easy to feel alone. But here's the truth. You don't have to rebuild alone. Relationships, both old and new, are essential for your emotional health and happiness. Small blue diamond. Why new relationships matter. When you experience a life-changing event like divorce, the need for social support becomes critical. New relationships offer fresh perspectives, new sources of support, and opportunities for growth. They can help you expand your horizons, challenge your thinking, provide emotional nourishment as you rebuild. By building new social circles, you create an environment that helps you grow into the person you're becoming. Small blue diamond. 5 ways to build new relationships and expand your social circles. Reconnect with old friends and acquaintances. Don't overlook the people you might have lost touch with during your marriage. Reach out to friends, colleagues, or old acquaintances you may have drifted away from. Social media is an easy way to reconnect. Even a simple message can reopen a door to a meaningful relationship. Rebuilding old friendships can help fill the gap left by your previous circle. Join new communities and activities. Try activities that align with your interests and passions. Take a class or workshop. Join a hobby group, a sports league, or a volunteering opportunity. Attend local events or meetups. These activities naturally put you in touch with people who share your interests. Invest in deepening relationships with family. After a divorce, family dynamics may have shifted. Take time to strengthen connections with your close relatives. Have honest conversations about what you're going through. Spend quality time together to create new, positive memories. Family is often a key source of emotional strength during challenging times. Be open to new people and new types of relationships. You might have been used to one type of social circle, but now is the time to expand. Seek out people with diverse perspectives. Don't limit yourself to people with similar life experiences. You never know where meaningful connections can come from. Nurture relationships with quality over quantity. You don't need to fill your calendar with dozens of social events to feel connected. Focus on building deeper relationships with people who lift you up. Choose friends who respect your boundaries and support your goals. Cultivate relationships that inspire you to be the best version of yourself. Assignment: create your social circle strategy. Write down 3 types of relationships or social circles you'd like to create or expand. Reconnecting with an old friend. Who is someone you can reach out to? Engaging in a new activity, what new hobby or community group could you join? Deepening a current relationship, which family member or close friend would benefit from more time or attention? Make a plan to take at least one action toward each of these in the next month. Journal prompt. What type of relationship is most important to me right now, and how can I cultivate it? Final thought. Building new relationships isn't just about filling the void left by a divorce. It's about intentionally surrounding yourself with people who support your growth and encourage your well-being. Remember, you get to choose the relationships you nurture, and you have the power to create a supportive, loving social circle that helps you thrive. Step 22. Live with gratitude and embrace the present. Gratitude is the bridge between where you are and where you want to be. The struggle of looking back. After a divorce, it's easy to fall into the trap of living in the past. You might find yourself replaying arguments, mistakes, or what-ifs. This mindset not only keeps you stuck, but it also drains your energy and peace of mind. What if you could shift your focus from what's been lost to what's still available to you right now? What if you embraced the present moment, right here and right now? Why gratitude is a powerful tool. Gratitude is not just a buzzword. It's scientifically proven to improve your mental health, increase happiness, strengthen relationships, boost resilience. When you practice gratitude, you rewire your brain to notice the positive rather than the negative. It's a habit that doesn't just make you feel better in the moment, it actually changes your long-term outlook on life. 5 ways to practice gratitude and embrace the present. Start and end your day with gratitude. In the morning, think of 3 things you're grateful for. At night, reflect on the positive moments from your day. This simple habit shifts your focus from what's going wrong to what's going right. It helps ground you in the present. Keep a gratitude journal. Write down 3 things you're grateful for every day. Big or small, it doesn't matter. The act of writing reinforces your focus on the good in your life. Over time, you'll train yourself to seek out the positive even on tough days. Shift your focus to the present moment. When you feel yourself slipping into negative thoughts or past regrets, remind yourself, what's happening right now? What can I enjoy or appreciate today? Practice mindfulness techniques to stay grounded in the present. Focus on your breath, the sounds around you, or the sensations in your body. Embracing the present moment brings clarity and peace. Appreciate small moments of joy. Gratitude isn't just about the big events. Did you enjoy your morning coffee? Did you laugh at a funny movie? Did you get a text from an old friend? These small, often overlooked moments are just as important to your happiness. Express your gratitude to others. Don't keep your gratitude to yourself. Tell someone you appreciate them. Send a thank you note. Offer a simple compliment. Showing appreciation not only lifts others, but it reinforces the positive energy in your life. Assignment, gratitude challenge. For the next 7 days, commit to writing down at least 3 things you're grateful for each day. Do this first thing in the morning or before you go to bed. Challenge yourself to find things you may have overlooked. At the end of the week, review your list. How do you feel about your life and your current situation now? Journal prompt. What small thing from today am I most grateful for and why? Final thought. Gratitude isn't about ignoring pain or pretending everything's perfect. It's about recognizing that even in tough times, there is still goodness in your life. When you choose to live with gratitude, you open yourself up to joy, healing, and a deeper appreciation of life exactly as it is right now. Step 23. Let go of the past and step into your new chapter. Your past does not define your future. The weight of holding on. After a divorce, it's natural to feel the weight of the past. You may have moments where you wish you could turn back time or undo certain events. But holding on to the past only keeps you trapped in a chapter that's already over. What if you could release the past, learn from it, and move forward with freedom and purpose? What would it feel like to stop letting what's been hold you back from what could be? Why letting go is essential for your growth. Letting go doesn't mean forgetting or pretending the past didn't happen. It means accepting what was and freeing yourself from the grip it still has on your heart and mind. When you let go, you make room for new possibilities. Release the emotional baggage that drags you down. Empower yourself to create the life you want without being defined by the past. 5 ways to let go of the past and step into your new chapter. Acknowledge and accept your past. The first step in letting go is accepting that the past is part of your journey. What lessons have you learned from it? How has it shaped you into the person you are today? Acceptance doesn't mean you approve of what happened, but you recognize its place in your life. Forgive, including yourself. Whether you're holding on to anger toward your ex or guilt about your own actions, forgiveness is essential. Write a letter of forgiveness. You don't have to send it to release the weight. Forgiving yourself allows you to move forward without guilt. Letting go of grudges gives you the emotional freedom to embrace new opportunities. Visualize your future, not your past. Stop revisiting old memories and start creating new ones in your mind. What does your ideal future look like? What kind of person do you want to be moving forward? Use visualization as a tool to shift your focus toward the future and start manifesting the life you want. Create new rituals and routines. Do something different today. Even a small change can signal to your brain that you're moving forward. Start a new hobby, create new traditions, or change up your environment. These shifts help you to break away from the old patterns and make space for new beginnings. Let go of limiting beliefs. The past often creates beliefs that limit your future, like, I'll never be happy again. I'll always struggle in relationships. I'm not good enough. Challenge those beliefs by writing down evidence to the contrary. Remember, you are not defined by your past mistakes or experiences. Assignment: release ritual. Create a small ritual to symbolically let go of the past. It could be writing down things you want to release and burning the paper, creating a goodbye letter to your old self or past relationship and burying it in the ground, reflecting quietly on the past and then physically moving to a new location, symbolizing your transition. Whatever resonates with you, make it personal and meaningful. Journal prompt: what am I still holding on to from my past that's preventing me from moving forward? How can I let go of it? Final thought: letting go is a process, not an event. It takes time, but each step you take toward releasing the past opens up space for your future. You have the power to create a new chapter that's driven by intention, growth, and possibility. Step 24. Embrace the new you and live authentically. You are not who you were, you are who you choose to become. The evolution after divorce. A divorce can often feel like an identity crisis. You might question who you are now that your life looks different. The roles you played, the routines you had, and the relationship you were in may have shaped your identity for years. But now, with that chapter closed, you have the power to redefine who you are and how you want to live. Embracing the new you doesn't mean pretending to be someone you're not. It means shedding the parts of yourself that no longer serve you and embracing who you are right now authentically, unapologetically, and fully. Why living authentically is essential. Living authentically means being true to your values, desires, and beliefs. It means aligning your actions with your deepest self regardless of outside expectations or past constraints. When you live authentically, you experience true peace and fulfillment because you are no longer trying to fit into a mold. You attract the right people into your life, people who resonate with your true self. You stop pretending to be someone else, and that authenticity is magnetic. Living authentically is the ultimate act of self-respect and self-love. 5 ways to embrace the new you and live authentically. Understand who you are now. Reflect on how you've changed since your divorce. What are the qualities you admire about yourself now? What strengths have emerged from this experience? What are your new values, interests, and goals? Embrace the idea that the person you are now is just as valuable as the person you were before. Set boundaries that honor your true self. One of the most powerful ways to live authentically is by setting boundaries. What are your non-negotiables when it comes to relationships, work, and self-care? Say no to things and people that drain you and yes to those that align with your values. Establishing clear boundaries ensures you protect your energy and stay true to who you are. Let go of expectations and judgment. Stop comparing your current self to who you were in the past or who others think you should be. Let go of the judgment from others and embrace the freedom of living life on your own terms. Your worth isn't tied to external validation, it's intrinsic. Honor yourself by simply being you. Celebrate your progress. Take time to acknowledge how far you've come. Reflect on the growth you've experienced during and after your divorce. Celebrate small wins along the way. Acknowledging your progress boosts your confidence and reinforces the idea that you are on the right path. Align your life with your true values. It's time to take action in ways that reflect who you truly are. Are you living in alignment with your core values? Are your career, relationships, and daily habits consistent with who you are now? Make choices that honor your authentic self and support your long-term happiness. Assignment: define your authentic self. Create a list of words or qualities that describe the real you, the version of yourself that's emerged after the divorce. These could include strength, independence, compassion, adventure, resilience, creativity. Once you've written them down, set an intention to live by these qualities each day. Look for opportunities to express them, no matter how small. Journal prompt: what parts of myself have I been holding back, and how can I embrace them moving forward? Final thought: embracing the new you is not about forcing a transformation, it's about allowing the transformation that's already happening to unfold naturally. By living authentically, you honor who you are at this moment and trust in the person you are becoming. How to apply these steps long-term? 1. Continuous self-reflection. Long-term action. Regular self-reflection helps you track your progress and ensure that you're still aligned with your authentic self. Weekly check-ins. Set aside time each week to reflect on how you're feeling emotionally, mentally, and physically. What's working? What could use adjustment? Monthly journaling. Journal once a month to check in on your journey of healing, growth, and embracing your new identity. Quarterly reviews. Every 3 months, look back on the last few months and assess your progress. What new goals or shifts are necessary to continue evolving? Why it works. Regular reflection ensures that you're consciously moving forward and gives you the chance to course correct when needed. 2. Build consistent routines. Long-term action. Creating a daily or weekly routine that incorporates the principles from these steps will help you build lasting habits. Morning gratitude ritual. Start each day with a gratitude practice. It can be as simple as writing down 3 things you're thankful for or taking a moment to appreciate the present. Set boundaries daily. Make it a habit to actively protect your emotional well-being by enforcing boundaries in your interactions, whether with family, work, or new relationships. Weekly social engagement. Whether it's meeting a friend for coffee, joining a group activity, or simply reaching out to loved ones, consistently engage socially to avoid isolation. Why it works. Routines create stability and structure, helping you stay grounded and consistent in your emotional health practices. 3. Embrace new growth opportunities. Long-term action. Stay open to new learning and growth, both professionally and personally. Pursue new interests. Continue to explore new hobbies, activities, and personal interests that bring you joy and challenge your comfort zone. Invest in education. Whether it's enrolling in a course, attending a workshop, or reading self-help books, commit to ongoing learning about yourself and the world around you. Explore new relationships. Don't just focus on romantic relationships. Seek out friendships, mentorships, and professional networks that align with your current self and future goals. Why it works. New growth helps you expand your sense of possibility and fuels the ongoing transformation process. Prevents stagnation and keeps you evolving. 4. Revisit and refine your goals. Long-term action. As time goes on, your needs and aspirations will evolve. Make sure your goals align with your personal growth. Yearly goal setting. Each year, revisit your goals and intentions. Are they still aligned with who you are becoming? Do they reflect your authentic desires? Adjust short-term goals. Reevaluate your short-term goals regularly. Sometimes they may need tweaking based on where you are in your healing and growth journey. Why it works. Reassessing goals ensures that you remain intentional and connected to your long-term vision, helping you stay on track. 5. Cultivate resilience and adaptability. Long-term action. Life after divorce will have its ups and downs, but by cultivating resilience, you become better equipped to handle challenges. Mindfulness practices. Incorporate mindfulness practices like meditation, yoga, or deep breathing to stay grounded when facing difficult situations. Seek support when needed. Continue to lean on your support system, friends, family, therapy, or support groups, to help you through any challenges that arise. Celebrate resilience. Reflect on the tough situations you've overcome and the strength you've developed. This reinforces your belief in your ability to handle future adversity. Why it works. Building resilience helps you stay steady in times of stress and ensures that you view challenges as opportunities for growth. 6. Practice patience and self-compassion. Long-term action. Healing takes time, and it's important to be patient with yourself. Give yourself grace. Understand that setbacks are a normal part of the healing process. When you make mistakes or face challenges, treat yourself with the same compassion you would give a friend. Avoid perfectionism. Let go of the need to be perfect. Embrace progress, not perfection, and celebrate each step forward, no matter how small. Why it works. Patience and self-compassion reduce self-criticism and help you navigate the journey of healing with kindness and understanding. 7. Stay committed to emotional health. Long-term action. Your emotional health is a lifelong commitment. Ongoing therapy or counseling. Consider therapy or counseling as a long-term tool for self-discovery and emotional maintenance. Healthy coping mechanisms. Continue to practice healthy coping mechanisms such as exercise, journaling, or hobbies. Avoid turning to harmful habits like substance use or excessive work to numb your emotions. Emotional check-ins. Regularly check in with your emotional state and identify when you might need to slow down, rest, or seek extra support. Why it works. Prioritizing emotional health long-term ensures that you're equipped to manage stress, anxiety, and other challenges that may arise throughout your life. Final thoughts on long-term application. Healing, growth, and living authentically is a lifelong journey. By applying these steps consistently over time, you create a solid foundation that will carry you through future challenges and bring you lasting peace and fulfillment. The key to long-term success is consistency. Make small, positive habits part of your daily life. Patience. Allow yourself time to grow and evolve at your own pace. Commitment. Stay dedicated to your emotional and personal development. By doing so, you'll continue to thrive and create a life that's not only better than before, but one that's entirely true to who you are now and who you want to become. Summary and conclusion. Embracing life after divorce. Divorce is undeniably one of the most significant and transformative events in life. It challenges your identity, emotions, and the very structure of your world. But through this guide, we've explored how to heal, grow, and thrive after such a monumental change. Key steps to navigating the journey. Acknowledging the pain, recognize and accept your emotions, understanding that healing takes time. Rebuilding your identity, rediscover who you are without the labels of spouse or partner and embrace your individuality. Embracing change, accept the reality that life has changed, but that change can lead to new opportunities. Healing through self-care, focus on your physical, emotional, and mental well-being as essential components of recovery. Forgiveness and letting go, release past hurts, both toward your ex and yourself, to clear the path for a brighter future. Setting new boundaries, protect your emotional health by creating and maintaining clear boundaries with others. Creating new beginnings, open yourself to new experiences, hobbies, and relationships that align with who you are now. Living authentically, embrace the person you are today, honor your true self, and stop living according to past expectations. Staying committed to growth, keep evolving by setting new goals, practicing resilience, and embracing lifelong self-discovery. Long-term healing, apply these steps consistently over time, making them part of your daily routine and mindset. Conclusion. Healing after a divorce is a deeply personal journey, and there is no one right way. However, by committing to self-reflection, embracing your new identity, and prioritizing emotional health, you can rebuild your life and emerge stronger, wiser, and more authentic. This process takes time, but by consistently applying the principles outlined in this guide, you'll gradually transform your pain into growth and unlock new potential in every area of your life. Remember, the best is yet to come. You are not defined by your past or your divorce. You are defined by the strength, resilience, and authenticity you cultivate moving forward. End of book.